welcome back to NBA Today. So, guys, Dame Lillard was on Draymond Green's podcast, The Draymond Green Show, and the two started to reflect on the recent trade that shipped CJ McCollum from Portland to New Orleans. Take a listen.
You know, when you know something could be coming and you know that it's a possibility, but when it happened, it's different. Like, damn.
Absolutely.
Like, and I kind of been stuck in that space the whole time. Like, I've been watching every game in New Orleans, like, damn, like, he really ain't coming back. You know, it's over. So that's kind of where I've been at. I still kind of haven't even really moved past it because I ain't had to play. So,
yeah.
like, when I ain't had to get on the court and he ain't on the team no more, it's like, it probably take a little bit longer to be like, man, this shit really over, you know? So, you know, the end of an era, bro.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right, Dame clearly still thinking about losing his backcourt teammate, especially because, like you said, he hasn't been out there without him, so it almost hasn't fully sunk in. But, Matt, what's your reaction to Lillard not quite being over that trade yet?
It's understandable. I mean, these guys came up in the league together. You know, they've been, over the majority of their career together, one of the best backcourts in the NBA. Unfortunately, they've ran into a Warrior dynasty, kind of, and I feel what their prime was. The Warriors were in their prime as well, and Steph and his boys knocked them back. But clearly understandable. But for me, the bigger picture is, I think it's time for Dame to go. I love his loyalty. I love how much he's, you know, tried to stay down for them, and that's what kind of person he is. But the clock is ticking at the end of the day on Dame's, you know, career, and he's been here for a while. So I think he needs to get into a better situation. I think this will be a big summer, but to me, it's hard to attract free agents to come to Portland. Although Dame is there, not too many. Portland's not a destination, so it'll be interesting to see how down Dame stays or if he kind of jumps ship eventually.
Right, and especially because now this season we have this news out today. I want to make sure I get this right. Yusuf Nurkic out at least 4 weeks with left foot plantar fasciitis, Ramona.
Yeah, Nurkic is going to be a free agent this summer, and he is one of the expectation is if the Portland was going to try to keep him, because obviously if you're in they were making a lot of trades at the trade deadline, and so if you were going to lose him, you might as well trade him before the deadline. I still think that's the plan there, but Nurkic being out, Portland has its draft pick, might actually work out okay for the Trailblazers.
What do you think, Big Perk, as you're looking at what Dame's comments were about not having CJ McCollum there anymore? You have to imagine that there was some conversation with the upper management and with Damian Lillard before that trade was made.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm with Matt, Malika, and here's the thing. I said this time and time again, and I'm going to keep repeating it. I feel like this Damian Lillard situation is the same situation that KG was going through in Minnesota.
Good call.
They're about the same age. They gave everything that they possibly could to a franchise, and we heard what Kevin Garnett had to say at his Hall of Fame speech. The only regret he had was not getting to Boston sooner. And I feel like right now Dame has gave everything. Nobody would look at Dame funny. Nope. I want Dame and Chauncey Billups to work out, but I think it's time for him to move on. I want to see him go compete for a title. I want to see him go pair up with another superstar and see what he could possibly do. Like, I want to see that for Dame. He's a great person. He's been loyal. He's never cheated us. He's always given us what we wanted. And now I just think it's time for him to move on.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.